What up, Boilermaker Nation? This is Jackson Bruner coming to you on the eve of homecoming. Um, Ryan and I, unfortunately, this week we did not have time to organize a more full podcast for many reasons. Biggest one for me was this work convention I was at in Dallas, which was a lot of fun. It was a good time, good experience. But I got back on Wednesday and have been really tired since, and there hasn't been time to make it happen. So I ended up just deciding before the game, why not? I might as well do a video. So I'm a little deliriously tired. I apologize for that. But anyway, like I said, I should just get right into it. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with the state of Purdue football. 3 weeks into the season, we're 1-2, a frustrating 1-2. Should be 3-0. Had every chance to be 3-0 potentially. Had our own grave mistakes, cost us the home opener against Penn State. Had that one, had a lead in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter. Allowed Penn State to go down the field and score at the end. And then this last game at Syracuse, personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, a pick six by O'Connell, Aiden O'Connell is a great quarterback, one of the best we've had in a long time. That was an uncharacteristically weird mistake by him to try to force the ball in a Carson Wentz like fashion. I'm a Colts fan too, so I think about that kind of mistake. I think about Wentz, but yeah, O'Connell made a difficult mistake, but bounced back and threw several more touchdowns. Another deep bomb to Charlie Jones, because Charlie Jones, as it turns out, is a megastar who Iowa didn't use correctly. So yeah, I threw another one to Jones, and then threw the game winner, I believe, to Payne Durham, and then Durham, after making that great play, seems like he was jawing at a Syracuse defender. They were exchanging some words, and a flag thrown on him, and then there was a flag thrown on a Purdue coach for, I think they either stepped on the field or said something. I don't really remember which it was, but the combination of those two penalties at that time really hurt, because they were enforced on the kickoff and allowed Syracuse to basically have that final drive down 4 with 50 seconds left from the 50. That's a big deal. You'd obviously much rather have them go the length of the field from the 20, 25, 30-yard line in that amount of time. Just makes a huge difference. And, if those penalties hadn't happened, I believe Purdue would have won the game. So that's difficult. But, there's the way I look at it, I think this is a talented Purdue team, and you can see the work that Jeff Brom has done building depth, getting talent across the board, paying off, in that we are definitely at a point now where there's no game really that that we wouldn't compete in, aside from maybe if we played Bama or Georgia. I mean, that's a different level of football, a different level of talent. But anyway, you just feel good about the state of the program, and you feel great about how competitive Purdue is. I know people are frustrated that we didn't win, but man, has Jeff Brom done an incredible job overall. So I'm not going to get into it now, but some spats on social media about whether or not he deserves to still have the job at Purdue, which I personally don't get. I'm still the type of guy who is going to say first and foremost that you want to judge at the end of the season, when 12 games, hopefully 13 games have been played, and you're judging that overall win-loss record and what were the big wins along with what the losses are, not looking at it at 1-2 and going, oh, season's over. Oh, it's, because the reality is Purdue hasn't played anyone in the Big Ten West yet. We've played one conference game. was a cross-divisional game, and yeah, losing to Penn State, could hurt. It could end up costing us the division, but it's not over. Nothing is over by any means, and Braum has a track record of his teams, kind of starting to figure it out, especially in November, playing a lot better. So, I'm definitely not anywhere close to feeling anything too negative about the coach. I mean, I'm frustrated with Braum and the team like everybody else, but I'm definitely not about to judge in week 3. So, frustrating, obviously, but all they can do is look forward. And Florida Atlantic comes to town. I don't know much about FAU, but I think like the Indiana State week, and this is a better opponent than Indiana State. So while people should expect, I think, Purdue to win by probably a couple possessions, don't expect 56-0, whatever that Indiana State score was. Don't expect anything like that. Expect FAU to score a couple times at least. You just expect to pull away. Maybe it'll be closer if we have a backup quarterback playing. Not sure if I mentioned in this take that Aiden O'Connell might be out. He is listed as a game time decision. The reason I say take is because I did a first take of this recording a minute ago, and I was weirdly tired and accidentally hit stop halfway through, so that's fun. But anyway, O'Connell, a game time decision, might not play. Next in line would be Austin Burton, who's a senior from UCLA. Haven't ever seen him throw much. I know he's supposed to be kind of mobile, but Mike Alimo has been in the program for several years, blue chip quarterback recruit, can really spin it, can really throw, has a live arm. That would be my choice, to play if O'Connell can't go, just because we're known for vertically attacking offense and just being passing heavy in general. So I'd lean on that. I'd lean further into it with another quarterback who's the same type, even though he hasn't played as much. I mean, but we'll see. Maybe O'Connell finds a way to go. So that news came out, I believe, on Friday. Just some unknowns, but they just. I think it's more about Purdue correcting what Purdue's been doing wrong, and just kind of lining it up and getting O'Connell healthy before a huge road game a week from Saturday at Minnesota that I think might end up being one of the games of the year. I mean, against one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the Big Ten West. So just if we want to win the division, we got to win those games. And I'm not, who knows? Stopping Ibrahim, Minnesota's running back is a tall task. So we've been good against the run, though. I don't know. Just they gotta continue to work on themselves and clean up the penalties. First thing, that's got to be first, and then after that, worry about everything else. But a lot of rambling thoughts there. I don't know. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to bed here in a minute, but I just wanted to record something, get it out there. Excited to get to campus tomorrow, hang out with some family friends and be on campus all day and just enjoy myself. And looking forward to seeing you all there. So, yeah, peace. Hammer down.